Hey there everyone, this is Iram here back with another tutorial. Actually not another tutorial but the continuation of the tutorial. So in the last video, in part 1 of this tutorial, we were working with this web page and we have done until here, until this about us section, and we have to fix this issue I had in my project when I was working with you guys. So I found a mistake that why it was a problem. One was my browser problem, and the second one was there was a very little problem in the code. So I'm going to show you the problem, and the browser problem is solved. So you guys can see this is the project we were working on. We have done it until this part. We have finished this today. Let me show you the mistake I have made. Maybe you guys have made the same mistake. If not, then it's good. But I have made that, so I'm going to solve that one in front of you guys. And then after solving this mistake, I am thinking to go with this section, this popular places section. Then this I have changed the service section a bit because in the overview I have shown you that these cards are set in this left side, and here I was planning to add a video that when I did it completely, then that was not looking good, or there was kind of a design, I don't know, but it was not a good design with that thing, it seems, but it wasn't. Everything was too much rushy, and I don't know how to say, but the design wasn't look good with that thing. So I've changed it. I use text here in the cards to this right side, and then this theme section and packages and historical places. So I think for today it would be enough for today, and then in the next tutorial, because this is quite a big project, so today we will do until here, until this historical places. We will finish this, and then tomorrow or day after tomorrow we will start this happy customers blog section and the Instagram and this contact form section. Okay, so let's move on to the browser and start, not browser, sorry, editor. First of all, let me show you the mistake I have made. It was this one. I have used the active link with all these active button, sorry, this active class with all these links. First of all, I'm going to remove it. Okay, so I am going to save it, and then let me explain you the code here, because I was working with this and I have written code here. So where is that code? We have done it until this one. Yeah, this is the tab section. So I set it for certain devices. Here the minimum width for the tab search is 768 pixels, and this is the margin. The top margin is going to be minus 60 pixels. Actually, when I was fixing that issue, so I have done this until now. I'm not thinking to type it again, because as I've mentioned to you guys that I have an injury in my hand and right hand, so it is not recovered yet, and I'm not able to type with both of my hands. I'm only typing with left hand, so that is why I'm not going to type this section again. I'm just going to explain you that what I have done here. I think you guys have seen that we have done it until this. Yeah, we have done this part. Like it's not difficult, but let me explain you that the class but btn search, I use the important flag because I'm overriding. Then the border is 2 pixels solid and with blue color. Text color is going to be white. Margin left 3 pixel, and then when I hover over that button, it is going to show, it is going to be in these colors. And then the section search is, the background of the section search is this blue. So let me show you here. Yeah, okay, so it is when I remove the active class, so it is working. I didn't style it more, but you guys can style it. Just use some margin between these search boxes, use some margin, and I think it will, or you guys can go with some outline also. So then I have set some media queries for small devices. Then the margin is going to be 60 pixels. And then the navpil class, the p element, margin bottom is 0. Then the navpil and navlink is floating towards left, and border radius 0, margin bottom 0, and background is white. Then this one, this background white and all these things we are talking about is this one, I think. Yeah, okay. And then I have changed the background color, and then the media query again for the devices, and where margin top is going to be minus 10 pixel. Okay, so I hope that you guys understand this, because it's not rocket science. It's a very simple style that I have applied, and I mostly applied with you guys. And now let's start coding for the next section. The next section we are going to work on is this popular places, and it has a background image and an image with some overlay and text over it. So let's get started. This is our project we are working on, and after this let's start working on that. Here in the index.html, welcome section, and yep, from now we have to start it. Okay, let's save it. And first of all, let me write the comments. Popular places and end of popular places I would like to go with the section element first, and then within this section element let's have a division, assigning it a class. And the class is going to be popular section. So popular section, popular, and then I want to go to section bg class, and then I want to have an image effect class, and I'm going to use this excuse me, this image effect in CSS, and then margin top is going to be 5. Okay, now within this division, let me have a glass of water, please. Okay, I'm back. So then we have to go with another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container. Division class, and this class is going to be raw. Then I want to have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column, sorry, extra large and 12. Then division class section title and text center. Then I want to have each one with a class of text white. Then here I want to have a title, and this title is going to be popular places. Okay. Let's save it. This markup is prepared for, let me show you, this section for this background image and this text. Now we have other popular places too, so let me prepare made the markup and then we will style it together. Okay, so here for my convenience I just want to have a comment here, and then after let's have a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be all image. Okay, now I want to have another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be container. Then let's have another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be row. Then let's have another division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column, extra large, 5, and then column medium, 5. So it is going to display the grid of the grid of this section. On extra large devices we will have 5, and on medium we will have 5. So to understand this thing I have prepared a tutorial in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator. Here on the channel you can search it, and to understand that I have prepared a UI of a project over there. So if you don't know about it, you can check that one if you are new here. Now we have to go with another division again, and have to assign a class, and this class is going to be single image or place. So we are going to have images of a places. Another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be image thumbnail. Okay, and then image source is going to be images, and we will have image 1. Okay, with an alt text. I'm not using, but you guys should go with this. And then I'm going to have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be image hover. Division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have a title, heading 3, and I want to go with dummy text, lorem ipsum. For my convenience, let's move on to the browser and let's see what's going on there. Okay, so here is the image. Check the image size, it's very massive image. And okay, so what I'm going to do next, I have to, first of all, let's prepare the markup and then we will style them in CSS. And you know, these comments are not, shouldn't be here, they have to be here. We have to be within the same row. Now I'm going to copy the same code, but I'm going to make some changes. I'll show you guys. So Control C, and here is the V. Now here for this one, for the second image, for extra large devices it would be 7, and for the medium devices this image is going to be 7 also. And then single image, image thumb, and the image is going to be, here I'm going to use image 2. Then I already copied the text, so now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paste the text here. Let me save it and let's see. Or you know what, let's style it first, then it would be easy for me to go with the markup. Okay, the markup is almost done. So first of all, let's go to the main.css, and here in main.css let me write the comments. So the comments are going to be for popular places. Okay, and let me copy this one. I have to paste it here, and this should be end of popular places. What I have to do, let me have some room here. Okay, and first of all, let's go with the popular class. Oops, popular class. It's a class. And I would like to go with the background image, where the URL is going to be images, and in the images I want to go with the hero 2. Then I want to have a background size, and here is the size. The size is going to be cover. Then I want to go with the position, and the position is going to be center. Background repeat property, where it would be no repeat, and position is going to be relative. Padding top is going to be 180 pixels, and padding bottom is going to be 340 pixels. Let's save it and let's see. Okay, so we do have an image, but it is not as it has to be. Okay, so scroll it here. Okay, and then we have to, because of these images actually it is not as it has to be. Then the next thing, I want to go with the same class but with pseudo element before. Let me bring it in the middle of the screen. Position for this is going to be absolute, and width is going to be 100%. Then height is also 100%. The left would be 0, top 0, and background, I want to go with linear gradient. So here is the linear gradient, and let's use the color RGBA, and the colors are going to be 26, 144, 255, and then 0.5. And then next RGBA, it is going to be 1 and 23 and 41 and 0.4. It's not finished here. And then after, I have to use the URL, and the URL is going to be same, images and hero 2 and center, then background size cover, background repeat, not bottom, hold on, background repeat, background repeat is going to be no repeat, and content is also going to be nothing. Let's save it. Then let's have a next class. There is a linear gradient. Actually the colors are almost same, so you guys can't find. Let's change the color for you guys. So let's go with this one. Okay, just to show you the difference. Again, I do have some browser issues, so later it would appear itself. Okay, then next thing we have to work is the all image class. Sorry, I'm not typing and it's not all image. and let me bring it here below. We're padding bottom is going to be 75 pixels. Position is going to be relative. Margin bottom is going to be 20 pixels. And overflow hidden. And now let's check. Okay, we have used the single image class also, so let's go to the, let's see if I have used it or no. I think I have, but yeah, the single image. So let's get this single image class. The images we have for to fix the issue of massiveness or excessiveness of these images. So we have done with all image. Now this all image and a class of single image. Position is going to be relative. And margin bottom is going to be 20 pixels. So position and margin bottom. Margin bottom is going to be 20 pixels. Overflow hidden. Overflow is going to be hidden again. Overflow is hidden, and then we have to go with the image thumb. So I'm just getting the seam selector from here and copying it, and I want to paste it here. So let me check. And then I want to go with the image thumb class. Where the height is going to be 410 pixels. And now I want to get the seam selector. I just want to copy the seam selector and I want to paste it here. Here I just want to go with the image img, where the width of the image is going to be 100%. And the height of this is going to be 100%. Let's save it. So here you guys can see it's not finished, but little bit organized. Okay, the images are in a nice shape. So we have to go back and let's work with something which would be, actually let me check something, that if I haven't made any mistake. I think margin bottom is 20 pixel, overflow is hidden, and margin top, I made a mistake here in margin top. So margin top in all image, and I haven't mentioned the margin top here. So I just use padding and position, and this margin top, sorry, this margin top is not 20 pixels. This margin top is minus 295 pixels, and this overflow is not going to be here. I apologize for the mistake, but let's save it and let's see how does it look. And I need to check, maybe I have made any other mistake, so let's review. Padding bottom 75 pixels, position relative, margin bottom minus 295 pixels, all image or single image, position relative, margin bottom 20 pixels, overflow hidden, and then our image height is going to be 410 pixels. Then here the width is 100%, height is 100%. There, okay, let it be like this, and if there would be any problem, then I think that we need to fix it, but right now let it be like this, and let's add all other images. First complete this style because we are already working with. So all image, single image, I'm going to select this, select these two classes, all image and single image. Let's paste them here, and let's go with img hover, where the position is going to be all image, single image, and image hover, and then position is going to be absolute here, absolute, and left is going to be 0, top is going to be 0, width is going to be 100%, height is going to be again 100%, text align center. So here we are. Background is going to be RGBA, two 58 110 and then 0.6. Transform. So the transformation is going to be translate x minus 50% and then transition is going to be 0.5 seconds. Opacity, and the opacity for this is going to be 0. Overflow hidden. Let's save it. Let's see, it's not working. So where is the problem? It's not working. When I hover over it, it's not working. There must be a problem somewhere. Let me check that if there is this space problem. It seems, let's see, let me remove this space from here, and let's go back to the browser and refresh the browser. It's not working, so there must be some mistake, but let's find out that where is that mistake. And and let's save it, and here we go. The problem, I think, is not this one. I thought that there could be a space problem, but it isn't. It could be the browser problem. So let's write this and save it, move on to the browser. Okay, it's not working yet. Let's see. I really don't know where the problem occurs, and as far as I know, I haven't made any kind of mistake here in this part, but let's see. Let me get the same selector. Copy this, and I want to paste it here. And then let's go with the title, okay? Title for this position. For the title, position is going to be absolute. Top is going to be 50%. Left is 0%. 0, sorry. And right is also going to be 0. Then text align, center, and transform. Let me bring it here. Okay. And then we have to go with the transformation. So text align, center, transform, translate Y, minus 50%. Okay, let's save it. Let's see if we hover and there the title appears. Nothing is happening. I don't know that why it is not appearing, but title is not appearing. Okay, let's go further and let's see that how it behaves. So let me copy this, paste it here, image hover and heading 3, where the color is going to be white. Font size, so font size is going to be 24 pixels. Font weight would be bold. And let me bring it here. So let me copy this, paste it here, and then I want to go with the hover first, and then img hover class. So let's have a transform property where translate Y is going to be not y, sorry, translate x is going to be 0%, and not here, 0. And then I want to have a opacity, and this opacity is going to be 1. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and okay, so now it's working. You guys notice when I hover over it, it appears, and the text is also appearing, so it's working now. Now let's complete the markup, because we have 5 images. So these 2 images and then these 3 images, and let's see that how we can work with them. Okay, let's go to the index.html. We have done with the 2 images. Now we have to go with the third one. So I want to copy the code from here. Just need to change a bit. Copy it and paste it. This is going to be 4 extra large, and the medium is going to be 6. And here I have to add another class, and this class is going to be column large 6. Okay, not 6, actually we have done with the last one. Hold on just a minute, because I think this is the last one is 7 and 7. Yeah, so this one is going to be 4, 6 and 4. My apologies for this. So column extra large 4, medium 6, and then large devices are going to be 4, and then single image thumbnail, and then image thumb, sorry, and this image 2 is going to replace with number 3, then image hover title, and I already copied it, so let me copy this part, because we are going to use the same classes here. So I just copy it, pasting it here. 4, 6 and 4, extra large 4, medium 6 and large 4, and then the image category or the image number is going to be 4. Then the last one here, this could be medium 12 and large 6. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Let's see. Okay, so there is a mistake somewhere, because these images has to be on this background image, same like this, and they are below here. So there should be a mistake in the CSS. Let's review the CSS, and then it would be easy for us to check that where we have made a mistake. Let's go to the CSS, main.css. So let me check that recording hours. Okay, first of all, let's go to the beginning, to the popular class, and let me check that the image background is this, background size, cover, position. So it's a browser issue. I don't know, I didn't find any mistake here in this code. But there is one mistake, that is this linear gradient. Let me bring it to this side, and we forgot to mention the comma here. So here let's use the comma, and it is going to show us the linear gradient. But these images, they don't have any problem. There is a browser problem, and let me try something that if it works, then maybe, where is that? All image, and let me get the all image class. So the all image class is here, and if I change, let's change, but I don't think it works. Let's try 400 pixels, minus 400 pixels. So it's a browser issue. It's not this issue. I'm sure you guys will not find this issue. Okay, so we have done with this section, and my apologies for these browser issues. I need to fix. And yes, yesterday I forgot to, in the previous video, I forgot to show you the responsiveness of this, but right now it's a browser issue. We will fix this issue, but first of all, let's move on to the next section, or maybe it will fix itself after a few minutes. So let's move on and let's start working with the services section. Here I am going back to my project, and below here we have to go with the services section, and let's have the comments first. Services section, end of services section, let's go with the section element. Need some room here. Okay, so section, and the section element is going to have an ID. The ID is going to be services, and it will also have a class. This class is going to be services, and section background. Okay, section BG. Within this services section, let's have a division, and this div is going to have a class. The class is going to be container, and let's have another division. This division is going to have a class. Class is going to be raw, division, have a class, and this class is going to have a column large 4, then division and class section title, class, and this class is going to be section title, heading 2, and the heading is going to be services we provide. Services we provide. Okay. After this heading 2, let's have a dummy text within this P element, and I would like to go with the text of 15 words, lorem ipsum. And we have a comment here for my convenience. Let's have a division, assigning it a class. This class is going to be column large 8 and column large 8. The class is division, and the class is going to be raw. Should be raw class, and then column, the division, and a class, and this class is going to be column medium 6, display flex, align items stretch, division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to have an icon circle. We are going to use this class in CSS, and purple for the card color. Now another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be icon, and then here I'm going to use for awesome icon. So I class FA drumstick byte, and then I'm going to, let me bring it in the middle of the screen. I just need to check the recording timing. 5, okay. And then after this we have to go with the heading 2, not heading 2, sorry, heading 4. Class of this heading 4 is going to be text white, and the text is going to be good food. Then after this I want to have a P element, and this P element is going to be some dummy text of 10 words. And we have done with the first one. So just for the convenience, I want to have these lines of comments. Now I'm going to copy the same code from here to here. Just copy it. Let's paste it. And here it is going to be I've made a mistake somewhere. Let me check. In the beginning, I think column large 8, no, large 8 and column 6 are medium, and flex stretch items. Yeah, so here I want to add some new classes. Here I want to go with margin top 4 and margin top large 0. Where this purple class is going to be changed into pink. And the icon for this icon is going to be umbrella beach. This would be umbrella beach, and the title for this section is going to be beach resort. Let's save it and let's see what's going on in the browser. Well, browser is still searching, and everything is actually white, so we cannot see this. And it is, yes, because of the problem, the issue we had. Let me first fix this issue, then we can work on this section. Gosh, I don't know why we do have this issue, but let's fix this issue. Okay, so here I have solved the browser issue. It was the Chrome browser. Now I'm using the Firefox, so here it is not showing the issue. Here the issue is resolved. Actually there is some problem in my browser, but the code is fine. It's working here. If you guys can notice, it's working here, and it is in the same position as it is here in this one. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so it is working, not here, but it is working here in this Firefox browser. Okay, now let's go back to the editor, and we were working on this services section where we had this food and beach resort section. Now we have to move on and start working with the other one. So the other one is going to be where were we actually? So let me copy this code from here to this much. Let's copy this, paste it here. Let's save it. And now I want to go with large 0. Then here I want to remove this margin top large 0 class, and we have to be with margin top 4, and the icon circle is going to be yellow. Let's save it. And the font awesome icon, the icon is going to be hiking. So, and the title is going to be mountain climbing in place of this beach resort. Let's say mountain mountain climbing. Let's save it. And it's not climb, these spellings, this spelling is this one, mountain climbing. Let's save it. And we do have another, the last one. So here we go. Again, I don't need this margin top large 0, and the color is going to be blue, and the font awesome icon for this is going to be mountain. Actually, I didn't find the hot air balloon icon, so I'm using a mountain icon here. And the title of this is going to be hot air balloon. Hot air balloon. Let's save it. And not here, sorry, we are here in Firefox. So we do have the 4 services here. Let's go back to the CSS and start styling this one, this section. And for this, let me be here, and let's copy the same line of comments from here. Control C, Control V, and again Control V. So this is going to be services section. Let me use Alt key to change it together. So services section. Okay, let's save it. Need some room here. And now let's start with the services class, services, and then icon circle class, icon circle, text align center, padding is going to be 40 pixels and then 20 pixel, and transition all ease in out 0.3 seconds. I want to go with some shadow, so box shadow 2 pixel, 4 pixel, and then RGBA 19, 19, and 19, then 0.5. Let's save it. Let's see what's going on in the browser. So here we have a browser, so you guys can notice a nice black shadow is appearing at the back of each card. These are not cards, but it gives the effect of a card. Now let's use the classes with the color name. So I just want to copy the same selector and I'm going to add only the color. So let me copy the selector, services icon circle selector, and let's use a class. The first class is purple. Here the background is going to be E0283, and the color, the font color is going to be white. So FFF. Let's save it. Okay, it's looking nice. And now we have to go back and let's select the other color. Second card, I do have the same selector, but I'm just going to select the pink class, and this pink class have a background. So this background is going to be #C40C405CA. Okay, and the color for this is also white and FFF. Then let's have another class, the third class, and for the third class, same selector. The class is going to be yellow. And this time the background is going to be, let me get the background. It's 021633. It's blue. Hold on, I just missed. It's F7, sorry, F7A91A. And now we have to go with the last class, and the last class is going to be blue class. So but I forgot to use the color here. The font color is going to be white. Then here the background is going to be blue, so the background, and for this the color, background color is 021633, and the color is going to be white. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, it's looking nice and it gives a nice effect of a shadow. Let's work on these icons and some other things. Let me bring it here, my screen, and I do have the selector. I'm copying and pasting the same selector, services icon circle, and this time I want to go with the icon class, where margin is going to be 0 and auto. Then width for this, the width for this is going to be 64 pixels. Height is going to be 64 pixel again. And the border radius is going to be 50 pixel. The border is going to be 1 pixel. Solid and white. Display, flex, align items, center, and justify content, center, because we are using flex property, and margin bottom. This margin bottom is going to be 20 pixels. Transition, ease in out, and 0.3 seconds. And the color for this is going to be white. Let's save it, move on to the browser. Okay, so we were talking about this circle around the icon. Now we have to move on, and we need to work with the font awesome icon. So the same selector, I just copy and paste it, icon class, then I element, and the font awesome icon, I would like to change the size. The size for this is going to be 28 pixel. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and you guys can see that, oh, it's not this one, sorry, it's here in this one. Okay, so the icon size, it increases to 24 pixels, 28 pixels, sorry. Now we have to go with heading 4. So the main heading of this service card, the font weight, this would be bold. Margin bottom, margin bottom is going to be 15 pixels. Font size, this is going to be 24 pixels. Let's save it. Okay, and you guys can notice the title, Good Food Beach Resort, Mountain Climbing, Hot Air Balloon. And now we have to go with the P element. So same selector, pasting, using P element, where line height is going to be 24 pixels. Font size 14 pixels. And margin bottom is going to be 0. So I have used only 10 words of the text, so the line height is not as prominent as it has to be. Now let's use the hover classes here. So for hover, I just want to go with the same selector and the pseudo element hover. Border color, What would be the border color? The border color for this is 025. So 025 and 277. Then box shadow. Box shadow is going to be 0 pixel, then 0, then 25 pixel, 0 RGBA, 3, 75, 122, 0.1. Let's save it and let's see. Here is the browser. So if you notice, when I hover over it, the border disappears, but then I remove the mouse from the border, it shows a nice border effect, and it is working in all these cards. Okay, so let's have to work with the icon, some hover effect to the icon. Let me get this same class from here, this hover class. Control C and Control V, and the icon for this is going to be the color. First of all, we should go with the color. The color is going to be white, and the background for this, the background is going to be 004299. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and yes, we have done with the cards, the services section. I have used a very I think the text is of 15 words, so you guys can increase it, then it gives more nicer and better effect, but for me it's okay. And this is the card. This section is working like when I hover over it, the icon, and icon has a background, then the shadow disappears, and when I remove the mouse pointer, the icon comes to back to its original form, and the border also appears. So now we have to work with the next section, and the next section is a theme section. Let's go to the browser, editor, and start working with the theme section. So here, let's remove these extra spaces. And let me copy this. Paste it here and here, and by holding the Alt key or pressing the Alt key, I'm going to select both of these lines, and here I'm going to say theme section or theme. So theme section. Okay, now I need some room in this area, and now let's go with the theme section. So for that, let's have a section element, and let's assign a class to the section element. The class is going to be a team class, and it has a section background class, section BG, margin top 5, and within this section element, let's go and start typing the division. The first div, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be container, and then division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be section title, and then let's have another class, and this class is going to have a heading 2, element heading 2, and a class, and this class is going to be text center. So and the text center heading 2 is going to be team. Let's have a p element, and let's assign a class to this p element. The class is going to be text center again, text center, and here let's have some dummy text of 15 words. Let's save it. Let's move on to the browser. So here we do have our team title and the text. Now here let's have a division, class, and row. So division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be column large 3, and then column medium 6, and display flex, align items stretch, items stretch, because we are using the flex property here. Each, and let's have another division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be member, and let's have another class, and this class is going to be member image. So member img, and then let's have an image source, image element, and source. The source for this image element is going to be images and team 1. Actually it is only team I have here, and the class for this is going to be image fluid to make it keep it responsive to all breakpoints. So image fluid, and alt text I'm not going to write, but you should, and let's save it. Then the next thing is division. So within this same member image div, we are going to have another div, and assigning it a class. This class is going to be social, where we have to use the social links. So the first one is going to be anchor tag and href, and I want to go with the font awesome icon here. So I class FAB FA Facebook, and I'm going to copy and paste it for several times. And here in place of this Facebook, let's go with Twitter and no Instagram and LinkedIn. Let's save it. Then after, let me show you that, bring it here, and here let's have a division, assigning it a class, and this class is going to be member info, and heading 4. So let's use John Doe, and let's have a span element, and here the position, so specific position, or a position specification. So position specification, okay. And we have done with the first team member. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see what's going on. In the browser, here we have a first image, and with the social links plus the name and the position specification. Now I want to just copy and paste it for several times to make my work easier. So I'm just copying it from here, pasting it below this green line. Let me copy this green line too. So here it's going to be here. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and we do have a second image, plus let's have a third image, save it, browser. Okay, so we do have a third image too, and the fourth one, and we are good to go. I think the fourth one, isn't it copied or no? I don't. Let's check from the browser if we have done or no. Okay, so we have done with these. Now let's go to the CSS and start styling this section. Main.css. Let's remove these extra spaces from here. Okay, let's save it, and first of all, let's go with the team member class. So team and member, where margin bottom is going to be 20 pixel. and overflow is hidden. And if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe the channel, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Then let's move on to the next property. The next property is text align, and the alignment is going to be center. Then border radius. The border radius is going to be 5 pixels. And background for this is going to be white. So FFF, and box shadow. The box shadow is going to be 0 pixel, 2 pixel, 15 pixels, then RGBA, and 0, 0, 0 and 0.1. Let's save it and move on to the browser and let's see. Okay, the border radius is working. It is 5 pixel, and the corner, you can see the images corner, they have some roundness, and this roundness is from the border radius of 5 pixel. Now we have to, again, let me get the same selector. I just copy this and pasting it here, and then member image, member img, position is relative, and overflow is hidden. Then I do have the same selector, and now I'm going to use the social class. So the social class is going to have a position absolute. Let me bring it in the middle of the screen. Position absolute, and left is 0, bottom is 0, right is 0. Right is 0, and the height is going to be 40 pixels. Opacity is 0. And transition is going to be ease in out 0.3 seconds. So here is the transition, ease in out and 0.3 seconds. And then text alignment. So the text align is going to be center. And then we will have text align is center. Background. So let's have a background. RGBA 255 and 255 and then 255 and then 0.8, and this is the opacity 0.8. And let me bring it again here, Let's save it, move on to the browser first, and okay, cannot see because we have to work with this. And then the next thing is social anchor element. So let me show you a team member, then the social class, and the anchor, the A element. It is going to have a transition, and the transition is going to be color 0.3 seconds, and we are going to define the color. So color is 0.3 second, and here the color is going to be black. Margin would be 0 and 10 pixel. It's 0. And then padding top is going to be 8 pixels. So padding top is 8 pixels. Display inline block. So here. And now let's have the same selector. I'm just copying it, pasting it here, and I'm going to use a pseudo element hover here, and let me bring it in the middle of the screen. Hover, and color is going to be 2181FF, and then I do have a same selector. I'm pasting it here, and despite this A, I'm going to use I element. So the font size for this I element for the icons are going to be 18 pixel, and the margin is going to be 0 and 2 pixel. And then I want to have the same selector, but I don't need this social and anchor element, so I want to go with the member info class. So member info class is going to have a padding of 25 pixels and 15 pixels. So padding 25 pixels and 15 pixels. Member info, then let me get the same this selector, member info selector. I'm just copying it, pasting it here, and I want to go with the heading 4. So font weight, it's going to be bold, and margin bottom, five pixel, font size 18 pixel, color would be black, I do have the same selector, I'm pasting it, and this time I'm going to use the span element with the same selector, where display is going to be block. Oops, not here. And font size is going to be 14 pixel. And font weight is going to be light. So let's go with the lighter, and let me bring it here. The color is going to be black. And then after the color, I do have to go with the P element. So let's save it. I have the same selector, pasting it, and I just want to go with the P element. The font style is going to be italic. Font style, and it's going to be italic here. And the next thing is font size. It would be 15 pixels. Line height 26 pixels. And color is going to be black. P. Let me get the same selector, pasting it here, and go with the hover element, and then I want to go with the social class, and opacity for this is going to be 1. Opacity is 1. Let's save it, move on to the browser, and let's see what we have done so far. So here is the team section. When I hover over it, the icon appears, the social links appears, and when I hover over the social links, they change the color. So this is what we have done. I was thinking to complete it until this historical places, but the video is going to be too long. So in the next tutorial we have to make 2 other parts of this. So I'll see you in the next one with the 3rd part, and I'm going to give the link of the part 1 of this video in the description below and in the iCard also, and you can get the part 2 from part 1 also. I'm going to mention the link in the description of part 1 also. I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe the channel if you are new here, and hasta la vista. Ciao ciao.